We always talk about lose weight, but what if I want to gain muscle mass? Ciao, my name is Mike from Herbalife Changing Formulas team, and I guide people to get in shape quickly and easily. Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell so you will always be updated on new videos and content. And if you like to get started on your fitness journey with us, click on the link in the description and get access to your nutritional breakfast kit and all the bonuses that will get you to your perfect shape. Today, we are going to talk about the 10 dietary rules to increase muscle mass. Number 1, provide the right amount of calories. The calories provided by food are very important because if there is a defect, we will not be able to have adequate muscle growth. And if there is an excess, we will accumulate fat. I've already told you in other video about the calorie deficit and your basal metabolic rate. Go find the other videos if you haven't seen them and don't know what I'm talking about. As we have seen, there are several fairly precise formulas for calculating total calories needs, which obviously depends on age, gender, and work activity. However, there is a very simple, though somewhat approximate formula for calculating your caloric needs, and it consists of multiplying your body weight by 30 if you want to lose weight, by 35 if you want to maintain your weight, by 40 if you want to gain muscle. For example, an 80 kilos individual will have to multiply 80 per 40. The result, 3200, is the caloric that should allow him to increase muscle mass without gaining weight. Obviously, if you do physical activity and have a clean diet, this is really important. 2, bring enough protein. Proteins are the building blocks of muscle mass. Whether you want to increase your muscle, define them, you must increase your consumption of protein foods. Meat, eggs, fish, dairy products. The use of Herbalife products is designed to immediately provide an additional protein intake that helps the transformation of fat mass into lean mass, and in other cases helps increase muscle mass. You cannot develop or maintain adequate muscle mass without sufficient protein intake. As a rule of thumb, you should consume about 2.3 grams, maximum 2.5 of protein per kilograms of body weight per day, which is equivalent for our 80 kilogram athletes to 800 calories in the form of protein, which provide 4 calories per gram. Those protein should make up at least 25% of the total caloric requirements of a diet for mass. Number 3, eliminate simple sugar in favor of complex sugar. Carbohydrates are very important for those who practice sports. They are in fact primary energy. If proteins are the bricks, carbohydrates are the builders. In your opinion, to build a house, it's better to have strong bricklayers who get tired right away, or less strong but very resistant bricklayer who works for hours without getting tired? Certainly the second option. For the same reason, it is better to prefer complex carbohydrates that give longer lasting energy than simple carbohydrates, which provide energy that, if you not use, increases fat and predisposes to diabetes. The amount of carbohydrates needed in a diet for mass is about 5-6 grams per kilogram of body weight. Number 4, prefer unsaturated fats to saturated fats. Fats are not to be demonized. They are, in fact, the lime that is needed to hold bricks together. Fats are an indispensable element for cells and membranes and for the formation of sexual hormones. It is good to consume mainly unsaturated fats, which have a protective effect against cardiovascular disease and improve insulin sensitivity by improving anabolism and lipolysis. We recommend about 1 gram of fat per kilogram of body weight, choosing sources such as fish from the cold seas or north, salmon, mackerel, tuna, or seed oils such as flaxseed oil, sesame oil, corn oil, olive oil. Number 5, splitting meals. It is much better to split the total amount of nutrients into several meals, for example, 3 main meals and 3 snacks. By eating a meal about every 3 hours, your body maintains a higher metabolism and always has the right amount of nutrients to optimize protein synthesis. For this reason, when we at Changing Formulas team make a nutritional plan dedicated to each person, we also include the various snacks during the day just to keep the metabolism high and especially not to arrive at the main meals with a great hunger. Number 6, eat after training. It is always better a meal with easily absorbable proteins and simple sugar. The moment in which simple carbohydrates are allowed is after training, when they are needed to restore glycogen reserves in the muscle. Before training, in fact, we run the risk of causing a subsequent hyperstimulus hypoglycemia that harms performance. We have already mentioned how protein is critical for muscle building, and after a hard workout, it is important to provide proteins with a high biological value in order to immediately supply the muscle that picks them up and then grows. Whey protein is ideal because it's easy to assimilate and rich in leucine. Herbalife has also thought of us here. A product has been created specifically for muscle recovery called Rebuild Strength. It's a crazy product that has won Best Rebuild Product in the world 3 years in a row. I'm going to do a video on this product because it's important to understand how to use it, when to use it, and why. Number 7, supplements. There is no such thing as a magic pill, but there are supplements that are very, very helpful. A supplement that should not be missed is a good multivitamin and multimineral complex rich in antioxidants. Vitamins and minerals in themselves will not make immediately increase in strength and muscle mass, but are essential for the proper function of biochemical process of the body. In addition, antioxidants protect cells from free radical damage, which unfortunately are produced in the large quantity during intense training. In addition to this, integrate your diet with whey protein and simple and complex carbohydrates help to stimulate the metabolism and to reach our daily caloric quota. A shake is fast, perfect, calibrated, and light and easy to digest and assimilate. Number 8, drink at least 2-3 liters of water a day. We often forget that our body is made up of about 65% water, and therefore water is the plastic element par excellence. In fact, well-hydrated muscle cells have greater protein synthesis. In addition, a good water intake is essential to drain through the kidneys the largest amount of nitrogenous waste produced by a high-protein diet. It is not true that you should not drink at meals. It's simply that you shouldn't drink too much in order to not dilute excessively the gastric juice. It's not true that you shouldn't drink during training. On the contrary, it can be useful to take a slightly sugar and isotonic drink. Here too, Herbalife has given us many products to use during sport to hydrate us better. Number 9, do not drink alcohol and carbohydrate drinks. Alcoholic drinks contain empty calories that cannot be used for dynamic energy purpose and are easily converted into fat. Carbonated beverages favor the dilatation of the stomach and tend to limit the intake of other beverages, such as natural water, which is instead important to take in large quantities. Number 10, once a week, diet-free. Treat yourself to a once a week meal or an entire day of free eating, for example, on Sunday. Remember the Pareto law I mentioned in another video? It's a good way to not feel too much of a slave to a diet that is perhaps too monotonous. It allows for social relationship and the ability to tolerate other food without exaggeration. However, because any caloric surplus, being the basic diet for mass already high in caloric, would easily go to a deposit of fat. Personally, I recommend to make the main meals a little more free and skip the snacks, so you are less forced to have a respected schedule and possibly having to carry food. Also, after a day of transgression, you are more willing to go back to the rules, which don't seem too unpleasant anymore. Now you know you can increase your lean mass to have a dry and defined physique. To get your dedicated plan, click on the link below and get your personalized kit with all the videos just for you that will lead you to your new fitness. And remember, you are just one shake away. Ciao!